you know the films that almost made your top 10 list of the year, and now it's time to find out which ones made the cut. For those of you just tuning in late December, Beyond the Trailer viewers voted for their top 10 movies of 2012, and these are the results. Not surprisingly, it's dominated by big blockbusters, but there are a few interesting exceptions. And one of those exceptions comes up first. Now, you all know that I'm a big fan of Steven Spielberg's Lincoln, and it seems most of you are as well, as the flick just made it into your top 10. Daniel Day-Lewis is one of the few actors who has mass audience appeal despite never starring in any major blockbusters, but anyone who's seen him act knows exactly why that is. Lincoln is, of course, a major awards contender, but this kind of audience favor will make it a win-win for the Academy, as it won't be another year of nominated movies that nobody has seen or likes. Then at number 9 is Wreck-It Ralph, your favorite animated movie of the year. Brave only came in at number 19 on your list, meaning that, at least in your eyes, this year Disney Animation bested their in-house competition. Disney has yet to officially announce a sequel, but co-writer Jennifer Lee was added to Frozen's team as not just a co-writer, but co-director. A new Disney Animation rising star? They sure could use one after Glenn Keane left the studio this past year. Now you're going to love this. Looper came in at number 8. We fought a little this year, as it bothered me immensely that Joseph Gordon-Levitt looked nothing like a young Bruce Willis, and when I saw the film, its jumbled time travel logic was maddening. Still, Gordon-Levitt's on-screen appeal is undeniable, and writer-director Rian Johnson found an even younger star with impressive kid thespian Pierce Gagnon. Thanks to his work in The Dark Knight Rises, Gordon-Levitt is now on every studio's hot list, yet clearly fans will be hotly anticipating his next collaboration with his Brick director. Besides Christopher Nolan and Johnson, you've also come to respect Ben Affleck's work behind the camera and in front of it. Argo has proven to be a huge turning point for the former tabloid star, and a large part of that has been because you have embraced the film. Taking your number 7 spot, it's a fan base like this that's made Affleck one of Warner Brothers' most valuable assets. Then, proving that Hollywood is indeed a small town, another Joseph Gordon-Levitt director won your number 6 spot. Mark Webb was as big a star on Sony's Spider-Man reboot as Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, and the studio had to do some major behind-the-scenes deal-making with 500 Days of Summer distributor Fox, which has an option on Webb to make sure the director stayed on board for the entire trilogy. Sure, it was a little tedious to sit through yet another origin story, but Webb, Garfield, and their amazing stunt team got so many things right, we're anxiously awaiting the sequel where they can go full swing. Thankfully, Twilight's replacement is a whole lot more palatable. Yes, you put The Hunger Games at number 5, despite some major grievances with director Gary Ross's adaptation of the book and camera work. Plus, there are no complaints about star Jennifer Lawrence. There were a number of female action stars in 2013, but no one but Lawrence carried her own movie. Next up at number 4 is The Hobbit. Even though I pointed out last week that this prequel is lagging behind the original Lord of the Rings trilogy in terms of both box office and awards nominations, many of you staunchly defended it and voted for it. So while there's no denying that Peter Jackson's latest film has hit some speed bumps, it's a fan base like this that will hopefully save the day for the pending trilogy. Now on to your top 3, where things get interesting. All of them have passed the $1 billion mark, and for Skyfall, your third favorite film of the year, that's a franchise first. It's also a huge win for Sam Mendes, who's pulled off his first action flick with all the style and charm of, well, James Bond. He has yet to announce his next film, but I'm sure he's taking his time because it can be anything he wants. This is also great news for Daniel Craig, who rebounded wonderfully from Quantum of Solace, further strengthening his case for being the best 007 ever. And now that his team is in place, a new M, Q, and Moneypenny, Bond 24 is primed to also pass the $1 billion mark in 2014. So, which was number 1 and which was the runner-up? As I announced before Christmas, the race between these two films, both easily outpacing the rest of the competition, was neck and neck. But in the end, your second favorite film of 2012 is The Avengers. Yes, Joss Whedon still has a long ways to go before he racks up the kind of street cred that Nolan currently enjoys. Or perhaps while The Avengers' lighter tone helped it win out at the box office, it just doesn't inspire the same kind of dedication as the Dark Knight trilogy's darker tone. Plus, hey, it's Batman. He's always been the number 1 superhero for a reason, and in 2012 you felt he had the number 1 film. Let's just enjoy that and give Nolan and company their due, putting questions about the film's plot holes and rushed pace in the past. Now the big question is what's in store for the future of the DC cinematic universe? Will ending this trilogy and rebooting it be one of the biggest mistakes in film history? And can Man of Steel capture the same dark, tragic magic? Share your thoughts down below, as well as what you think of how your top 10 list turned out. I'm Grace Randolph, and this has been a Movie Bite. You can watch more right now.